and welcome to Ancient Games. This game, man, it's got like the most hilarious game engine I've ever seen. Okay, The Amazing Spider-Man. And no, it has nothing to do with the unnecessary 2012 movie. Or the 2014 one. Or the 2016. Do we really need this many Spider-Man movies? Okay, whatever. There we go. Amazing Spider-Man DOS game from 1989. Yeah, kicking it old school. Alright, to start off with, there's this opening cutscene in comic panel style, Mary Jane sitting around with her giant hair, doing nothing. Honey, I'm home! So she gets captured by Mysterio in another panel that can't contain her enormous hair. So our man PP comes home and finds that his girlfriend has been captured again, the only clue being one of those Hollywood movie scene snap thingies. I don't care what they're called. I'm not doing any research for this. So Peter Porker knows he needs to become Spider-Man now, so he calls on his much tougher looking stunt actor to put on the suit. He knows Mysterio is behind it because, because they didn't expect anyone to point out plot holes in a 1989 action-based DOS game. By the way, we still cannot see all of Mary Jane's hair in the next panel.
No one can contain Mary Jane's hair.
Apparently this is going to be Spider-Man's hardest challenge yet. This being the third time he's put on the suit, probably. I mean, Mysterio's a wuss. Alright, let's get into this game. First thing you'll probably notice is, oh man, look at this jumping. Is that really how he's going to climb around? Look, I can make him do a dance, yeah. Wait, watch him go down these steps. Did you see that? He just fell flat on his face. Quite humorous. Okay, if I make fun of this game's engine, we could be here forever. So, besides the hilarious engine, you might also notice the giant Spider-Man looming on the right side of the screen. Yeah, he'll be important later. For now, just think of him as God watching over Spider-Man. I like these graphics. Pretty good for the time. Wait, is that R2-D2 over there? What are you doing here? Likely story. So, speaking of dimensional rips, music in this game does pretty good job. But boy, oh boy, does it loop and loop and loop. I think it became ingrained in my mind after just an hour of playing. Spider-Man can shoot a web and it's fun to swing around with that. It's pretty useful. There's also this area you've seen me jumping around in that you can't climb out of because of this stupid wall that's slippery for no particular reason. Going over to the right up here is an exclusive area, and once you're done playing around with the helicopter, you realize it's just a stupid tease. Mary Jane and Mysterio are like right there and you can't even get to them. I bet the game designers are still laughing about it 25 years later. It's still funny. In other news, swinging over to the right gets you to a new screen, yay! And why not? Mega Man's here too. I guess someone has to keep R2 company. You can stun enemies in this game by using the web, but none of the enemies can be killed. Why you suck, Spider-Man? Gosh. While I try desperately to get up there, here's a good time to talk about the controls. The web can be very finicky. Sometimes it's just like, hey, I don't want to work today, I quit, and then you just fall down. Sometimes it just flat out refuses to come out at all, even though you push the button. And walking on walls is awkward until you get the hang of it. You have to know the exact button to push in like each situation, otherwise you're going down as well. Spider-Man also walks normally on any surface. Yeah, I'm walking on the ceiling. Where you do with your life. So this is one of those puzzle games I'm so bad at. Basically, you activate switches so you can activate switches, so you can reactivate the first switches so you can get to more switches, which gets you to the next area so you can do it all over again. Never gets too complicated, but there's a lot of going back and forth. At least you can swing around just to show off. Oh yeah! Just a few screens over, everything changes. Suddenly it's a Castlevania game. Oh, that's why the beaches have been flooding recently. The moon has been bouncing up and down. Oh ha ha, bad moon rising. That's what they named the scene. Very funny. Yeah, for some reason they decided to give every screen a name. Imagine if they did that in The Legend of Zelda. Go in the cave. Get your haunch here. Tree screen 47. There's also a mummy doing yoga. Hey, he's been dead 1,000 years. Might as well stretch the quads. Then we come to this screen. No game, I do not want to find out what that movie snap thing is. No matter how big you make it, I refuse to research the name of it. I have no idea what's going on here anyway. It even snaps down strangely just to taunt me. What does it mean? Back in the Castlevania room again. It's way too tempting. I have to try it. Yeah, take that, science. Spider-Man can survive a moon to the head. I want to see that in Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man versus the moon. But little did Spider-Man know, they made an enemy that day. Because we did not join his yoga class, it is time for the mummy's revenge! Screen. Yeah, this is where the game starts to show off its puzzles. It's a lot of busy work finding the exact order you need to pull all the switches. I'm sorry, I see the benefits of stretching. Just please let me out of here, Mummy. You may have noticed by now that the giant Spider-Man on the right side of the screen has skeleton feet. If you did, congratulations. You get a cookie. And a spanking. I didn't even notice it until this point myself. It acts as Spider-Man's health. The more anorexic he becomes, the less life you have. Kind of a strange health bar. I didn't notice it because it depletes so slowly. Well, I say that now, but it won't seem so slow when I'm failing later. May I introduce Rat Trap, the worst screen in the game. Oh, you think I'm joking? I'm serious. I am dead serious. To prove my point, here is a top 5 reasons why Rat Trap is terrible. Number 5, this platform. It sets the mood for the screen, just falling down like some sort of sick tease. Number 4, the room design. Once you fall down with the rat, good luck getting back up. It's such a long way back up, your web is bound to break for no reason, by the way, and send you back down. Trying to get across these platforms is next to impossible with a swinging control. The ceiling is slippery, so you can't even crawl on it. Maybe if the controls were better it would be alright, but they aren't. Number 3, the fire. Come on, this fire covers the entire floor. It makes it almost a certainty that you'll lose health when you fall down. Number 2, the rat. Worse than the fire, this thing is straight out of hell. It follows you like a hawk, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. The fire doesn't affect it, and you can't even stun it with your web because it's too low to the ground. Oh, you want to stand still and shoot your web up? Well, say goodbye to 1/5 of your health. And number 1, you have to go through this room more than once. This wouldn't be too bad with any other room, but for all previous reasons, having to go across this room at least twice? Well, I hope you like being a skeleton Spider-Man. So whatever this next screen is, I automatically think it's better than Rat Trap, obviously. It's pretty weird though. You have to crawl in the right areas to make dirt move around. There's also some dog down here for whatever reason. To progress, you even have to trap it in a more confined space. I could have trapped him in that area with the gravestone too. The game designers must really hate dogs or something.
You will die in this hole, Fido, just like Spot before you.
Spider-Man climbs out into this graveyard. What? Why is that moon not bouncing? Everything I know is a lie! I flipped some switch. I don't even know what I did. May as well glitch into the ground, I guess. I'm back to Rat Trap again. Spider-Man is just a head on bones. Somehow I don't think that's what people look like when they're close to death. I'm not an expert though. Alright, cut the suspense. We all know I'm dying here. No question. But hey, there's a high score chart in this game. Guess I did alright. Didn't beat everyone like Joe Robertson or Aunt May. You mean that bag of bones got the highest score? I mean, true, Spider-Man turned it to bones as well, but Man, who would have thought Aunt May can fight crime? Holy crap. Forget Spider-Man, I want to see Aunt May kick butt in her own feature film. In any case, it turns out the cinema clippity-clappity device acts as a save point. I don't want to know what it's called, alright? I do better this time around. I still hate Rat Trap. Okay, come on. I know that moon is gonna fall down after me. The screen is even called Bad Moon Falling. You can't fool me. Any moment now. Maybe it won't fall. Could just be another tease. No, it's not gonna fall, is it, you jerks? Alright, I got to take two. Only now I realize that the floor in these black and white snappity-yappity rooms heals you. Game gets pretty crazy from this point on. Godzilla's on a screen called Paper Plates from Mars. Why not? Probably the most confusing room so far is Time Machine. It took me over 5 minutes to get through this room, which is a long time for this game. As with most screens, the name is fairly irrelevant, could have just as easily been called Baby Destroyer 9000. So then there's some weird gravity room. It really shows off how strange the engine is for this game, as if I didn't understand how to maneuver around already. So yeah, I kinda get hopelessly lost on where to go, and die in the best way possible. Godzilla kills me. Yeah. So overall, The Amazing Spider-Man was a pretty fun game for the hour I played it. There's a wide variety of level design, and I was actually surprised at how complex it got at times. I didn't even get close to beating it though, so there's plenty more interesting areas to find if you decide to play it. Just don't be surprised when the bad controls get you killed in Rat Trap. I just thought of something. This whole game is supposed to take place on a movie lot, so that means that all the stretching mummies and Godzillas in the game are actually just someone in a suit. What a pathetic existence. Darn it! I researched something.